Welcome, design students. In this video I'm going to show you how to easily change the color of your marker, because you might want to have an assortment of markers in an arrangement and you might want them to be different colors. So I'm going to make a copy of this marker. So before we do that, let's take the objects that make up the marker and let's group them. Click Edit, Group. And now we have a group. And I'm just going to rename this group Marker 01. Now, I can still select the individual parts of the group, but selecting the group will allow me to easily copy it. So select your group, and you have to select the group in the outliner. You can't select the group here because you'll be clicking or selecting the individual objects. So select the group and then you can easily copy it. And now we have marker 2, as you can see. And I'm just going to make one more just for fun. So in order to change the color of the texture here, we need to use Photoshop. Go ahead and start up Photoshop. And once you start up Photoshop, you're going to have to open the texture that is currently in your source images folder of your marker project folder. So click Open and find your marker project folder. Mine is on my external hard drive, which is right here in my Maya 2023 folder. Yours should be on your OneDrive. Find that source images folder and open that marker texture. The texture, not the one that says .tx, but the actual PNG file. And it should look something like this. So let's go ahead and duplicate this layer. It comes in as a layer, so right click on it and select Duplicate Layer. And now we can change the color of the copy. So with that layer selected, you go to Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation. And you're going to be pretty amazed at how easy this is. All you need to do is click Colorize, bring up the saturation a little bit, and pick a color. I'm going to start by making my first one purple. And the more you dial up the saturation, the more it tints that background. So you don't want to get too crazy with that. But you can also play with the lightness to get sort of a compromise in there. So play with these two settings and the hue. Make sure you have the color box checked, and then you can change the color. So now I'm going to click OK, and now I need to create a new texture by exporting this. So with that layer selected, I'm going to go to File, Export As, and I'm going to click Export, and I'm going to go to that Source Images folder. I'm currently not in the correct place, so I'm going to go to my external hard drive. You should go to your OneDrive or wherever you put that thing. It should be on your OneDrive. And find your project folder and export it to the source images folder. And we can name this one, change the name of it so it doesn't overwrite the one you have. And it can be a JPEG or a PNG. I'm going to make mine, I guess JPEG is fine. And click Save. And now back in Maya, what you need to do is select the marker body of the one you want to change, right click, and assign a new material. It's got to be a separate material. And then once you've done that, change the name so you know which one you're working with. Click the checker button, 2D Textures, File, click the folder, and that should take you to your source images folder, and click the new marker color, and there you go. Now to change the top, you have to do the same thing we did to the orange one. It has to be a new material. So you're going to right click after selecting the top, assign new material, Arnold, AI standard surface, color swatch, eyedropper, and select. And we need to go to the transmission like we did last time and bring that up to 0.5 or 0.6, somewhere in that neighborhood, and then click its color swatch, and give it some color. And that's how you change the color of the marker. Of course, you've also got to change the tip, and that is yet another material because it's not translucent like the other one at the top. So select it, Arnold, AI standard surface, no transmission. Click the color swatch, click the eyedropper, and sample the color from the label. And let's do one more. Select the marker body, assign new material, Arnold, AI standard surface. We don't have a texture yet, so we need to go back to Photoshop and duplicate that layer again. And then go to Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation. Check the Colorize box. Pick a new color. Up the saturation. Play with the lightness until you get the color you want. Once you've got that, click OK and export. And I just will change the number and click Save. Then back in Maya, I can now click the checker box next to my base color swatch, 2D Textures file, folder, and select the new texture and click Save. And then do the same thing that I did here, create a new material for the top, name it. I think I forgot to name some of my other ones. Click the color swatch, get the eyedropper, sample the color, and then because it's the top, I'm going to give it some transmission and give the transmission some color. And then again, for the tip, that's got to be a new material as well. Anytime for each marker, you have to put 3 new materials on it. And there you go. Now what I expect you to do is make several copies. I want you to have a bunch of different colors, and I want you to arrange them in an interesting way and give them an interesting camera angle and make a nice render so that it looks really good. And I hope you enjoyed this project, and I will see you in the next one.